Films are devices that can carry us to different worlds and possibilities. These worlds are communicated through stories to drag us inside and keep us engaged. But why are we comparing films to branding? Believe it or not, they have some very strong similarities in terms of structure, and understanding it can help us approach branding differently. If we put films and brands on two sides of the scale, what connects them are the stories. So let's start by understanding the structure of a story and connect the dots from there. Every single story in the world is made of characters, setting, and plot. Every detail that we add to the story goes under one of these categories. So we follow characters in a specific time and place to see what happens to them and what they do. And as a result, some of our emotions are evoked along the way. Now, if you go to the other side of the game and see the place of stories in branding, there are different ways that they're used to help brands. In mindshare and emotional branding, storytelling is left to creatives as an executional issue. In viral branding, influential customers are charged with telling the brand stories, but in cultural branding, the story itself must be the center of a strategy. And for the brand strategy to influence market results, it must direct what kind of a story the brand will tell and how that brand tells it. So cultural strategy puts the stories to better use. But for what purpose? Here, stories embody the brand's proposed role in the culture. Therefore, managers must be closely involved in working out their advertising treatments, carefully considering how well the outline story addresses those cultural contradictions. Now, if we bring these contradictions in the scale of a story, they are exactly the same as what the characters face in the plot, and we wish for them to solve them. And who are the characters? The people who live in that culture. Going back to the branding side, the problem with the conventional brand storytelling is that the main character is always the product. So much so that sometimes we don't even see the face of the people who are using it. But if we need the effectiveness of films, which is the case for cultural strategy, we should use the product as they are shown in a film, as if they are a prop in a movie rather than the stars of ads. So these spots emphasize character and plot over the product. And that creates a much deeper connection, which is usually not expected where business is involved. But all of this isn't just another creative way to make ads. Instead, whatever story that's being told by the brand is directed to a specific message that's evolved out of an identity myth that solves a cultural contradiction for a group of people. Now, in order to deliver this message correctly, there are some elements that brands need to consider in order to make it more relatable, as well as three main components that render this cultural attempt authentic, all of which will be discussed in the part 2 of this video.